And now, this message to the San Angelo City Council.
Everybody ready?
No, not from me.
Good morning, everybody.
But from a registered voter in San Angelo. Quoting, "Why is Republic Services constantly raping us out of money while reducing trash and recycling services?" San Angeloans watched the city council meet behind closed doors and then cut a secret deal for their friends at Republic Waste, saving the company more than $500,000 a year.
I would like to ask for a motion to be made to authorize the city manager to negotiate and execute an amendment to the solid waste contract between Republic Services and the City of San Angelo that modifies Exhibit G, outlining the acceptable recycling materials. Do I have a motion? Any public comment?
Quoting, "Was the contract up or was the council in that big of a hurry to screw us?" That was just one of the emails that came into San Angelo City Hall after the slam bam thank you ma'am vote.
If there's no more further public comment, we will take a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
With none opposed, it passes 7-0.
Quoting, "My God, how in the world did this happen?" That's what John Greenfield wrote to Councilman Tom Thompson. Quoting, "I'm completely opposed and baffled as to how this contractual amendment passed." In October, City Councilman Tommy Hebert had reached out to the city manager. Quoting, "I'm thinking we need to have as much public discussion on this as possible because some of what I've heard is how the current contract was done in secret." Daniel Valenzuela, he replied, quoting, "This item will be discussed in executive session. I can assure you that nothing was done in secret." Actually, Mr. Valenzuela, doing something behind closed doors in executive session that you could have done in public in front of God and everyone is the very definition of a secret. The backroom deal was apparently a done deal even before the vote. Look at this email we found from city spokesman Anthony Wilson, written on December 10th, the day before the vote. They already had a draft of the recycling statement before the vote even happened. Don't you just love transparency? Why even bother taking the darn vote? Aren't you glad to know they didn't trouble themselves with this whole democracy concept before the vote?
If there's no more further public comment, we will take a vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
With none opposed, it passes 7-0.
The decision to cave to Republic came after months of public hearings. I even drove up to San Angelo from Houston to watch folks there get input from the people they're supposed to represent.
You know, who's the city looking out for here? Us or Republic?
It was a good question. Republic was making a ton of money on the San Angelo landfill contract, and City Hall didn't even know how much.
We do not get into into their business, this business unit's books. We can hire a third party to audit them, but again, we can't publicly go in and review their internal books here.
But Republic complained they were losing money on recycling.
We have not verified that their operational costs have gone up. They have just come to the city and told us their operational costs have come up.
I don't understand the reluctance to just tell people we never finished the audit. What's the big deal? What are y'all so afraid of?
Anthony Wilson was all crickets when we first questioned the first smelly Republic deal back in 2014. But he's got a slick TV show now that taxpayers pay for, where San Angelo politicians and bureaucrats try to convince the home folks that they're paying the same price for less recycling is exactly what they wanted.
From what we heard and everything that we received, whether it was online in the survey or at the town hall meetings, I think what we accomplished here falls in line with what we heard.
Really, Mr. Kelton? Your own report shows folks thought Republic should honor their contract. You know, wait for it, like try competition. Republic already gets a 3% raise every year. But City Hall's social media blitz to sell this gift to Republic didn't sit well with Catherine Taylor. Quoting, "No reasonable person would request a reduction in services with continued fees for decreased services rendered. Transparency after the fact matters." San Angelo politicians were clearly given another choice.
Just say no to that request, hold them to the contract.
But hey, what's a present of $500,000 among friends?
Well, I think, first of all, the way that I view contracts, particularly contracts as big as this one and as long-lasting as this one, is it's a relationship.
I think it's sweet that the city attorney, Ms. James, has such a close relationship with Republic Waste. By the way, they're making a fortune off you guys.
If you're a business owner in San Angelo, you remember Republic ripped off commercial customers for years. Guess it's all forgiven, huh, Ms. James? We've given Mayor Gunter more than a year to get Republic to give the city back the $250,000 in overcharges for customers they claim they can't find. She talked a lot about accountability before the election.
That all of us who are small business owners need to have representation at City Hall. A City Hall that has a strong respect for the small business community.
We offered to help find these ripped off San Angeloans for free, but all we got after that is crickets. Even the city newspaper didn't care. Their own citizens got ripped off, and some of the money was collecting interest in Republic bank accounts instead of theirs.
Welcome to San Angelo, gentlemen.
The mayor may be different, but something still stinks in San Angelo, and it's not what's in the trash.